Alright guys, welcome. I'm gonna make sure that we're live. Yeah, okay, so welcome to the live stream for today, guys. I appreciate you guys coming through and watching. My bed is a mess. That was because I was crying because of what happened at the Royal Rumble today. I gotta say, mixed feelings about this Rumble. So we just go down the card because obviously I want to talk about the important part at the end, because that's what we do here. We do it in order, so let's just make sure that you know, it happens. So we start off with the men's Rumble, and I watch wrestling with my dad, so like I was already like, well, this is weird. Why are we starting with the Rumble for the men? Why didn't we start with the women's, or why didn't we start with Bray or with anyone else? Why didn't we leave the Rumble match for at least near to the last? Now, knowing about Roman and stuff and what happened later on, obviously, yeah, that deserved to be the main event, especially because of everything that happened. But I just so basically, Royal Rumble for the men kicks off. We didn't have a lot of surprises. We had Booker T that was there for like a couple seconds. We had the return of Edge, which a lot of people were hyped for. And then we had Cody, which was already announced. Besides that, nothing else was like... Nothing else happened to the point where I was like, oh my god, he's back, or, you know, like, I'm so glad to see him, you know? Like, you know, for example, like a Big E or AJ Styles wasn't in there either, so, you know, people like that. The Rumble overall was predictable. Now, I did my predictions video and I said I wanted Cody to win, and obviously he was the popular choice, but I didn't think it would be like Cody from a landslide. Like, Brock came out early and he got out early, same with Bobby. Like, a lot of people came in early. Like, I thought Omos would have been like probably like the first giant to come out, not like after Brock and then he gets eliminated by Braun. So yeah, I mean, having a little bit mixed feelings about it. Overall, the right person won, because obviously if Sammy was not going to be in the Rumble, obviously you want Cody to be the one to be winning, so there you go. Besides that, I can't really take anything like literal. I have to just be like, hey, I like this, moving on, because obviously it's a Rumble, man. Like, was it the best men's Royal Rumble? No, but it wasn't bad either. It was just predictable, and I feel like if you would have had Cody not announce his return, then it would have been better, because you would have had the pop, would have been way better, and then the win would have been way better. But I feel like just announcing it was what kind of like downed it a little bit, but it is still the right person won. So there you go. So after that we had our pitch black match, which went on for nothing. It literally like finished off, and I was doing these whole conspiracy theories about what's gonna happen, what's he doing, who's doing that, and Bray just literally murdered LA Knight. Yeah, that's all. Like, then Uncle Howdy came out, and it was underwhelming as well. After that, we had our Alexa and Bianca match, which ended exactly like I thought it would. Bianca winning, and then Uncle Howdy coming out and saying something, a little video package there. So nothing literally there. Like those two matches in the card were like just there, and obviously it's for a grander schemer thing, but like we weren't gonna know like right now, but you know, things happen. So then after that you have our women's Royal Rumble, which I feel was better than the men's Rumble this year. We had Asuka coming back with her face paint was lit. I'm not gonna lie, the mask was pretty fire. The robe looked expensive as all heck. Chelsea Green came out and got out like in 2.5 seconds, which is hilarious. I feel like Becky and Bayley should have been there at least towards the end, but they got eliminated like right around the corner, which I would have expected it to be. Hey, Bayley loses, Becky eliminates the two, and then Bayley eliminates Becky, and then, you know, exactly how it played out, just towards the end, not through that. Our biggest return for the Rumble was a returning Nia Jax, and we all know how that went. Everyone just jumped her, and Doudrop is no longer Doudrop. She's actually Piper, and I have to rehearse her last name because I'm not gonna try to botch it right now. So there you go. The Rumble for the women's was way better. You had Michelle McCool coming out of the crowd for the like in front of the daughters. I thought that was great. But yeah, that was all. And then we went into the main event, and the main event was Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens, and the match was not the best match, but the ending was the best thing ever. So the match was okay. There was a botch that happened early on. I would have loved if Kevin would have like sold the botch. Like if he messed up, not get up right away. He could have like tried to like hold his knee or something, and maybe Corey Graves could have tried to save it, like, oh, his knee buckled into the with the pressure or something like that. There could have been ways to fix it, but you know, life goes on. Probably the heat of the moment, he just wanted to stand up and do that senton that he did on Roman. All in all, things happened, and the ref got knocked out, and yeah, after that it was game over, because Roman told Sami Zayn to grab a chair, and Sami grabs said chair after questioning Roman, and then Sami delayed it by accident or by not accident. Then Roman gets stunned, 1-2 and kick out, with Sami almost costing the undisputed Universal Heavyweight Championship of the world to Roman Reigns, but as all in all prevails at the end and spears Kevin Owens to win the match. But that wasn't enough. The Usos and Solo Sikoa came out to the ring, and as you would have it, they start beating up on Kevin Owens, to the point where it's like, great, what are we gonna do now? And Roman tells Sami to get another chair or whatever happened. All I know is that at the end of the day, Roman decided to hit Kevin Owens with the chair after handcuffing Kevin Owens, like you can see, like right there. And then Sami got involved and was like, no, don't hit him with the chair. And Roman was like, yeah, you're right, I shouldn't hit him, you should. And Sami was thinking about it, he was gonna do it, and then Roman got into his face, started smacking him around, and what's a man to do? Sami backstabs Roman Reigns and hits him with the chair to the back of the spine, with Jey Uso being so upset, and Sammy says he's done, and that's when Jimmy kicks Roman, and Solo and Jimmy start tagging on for Sami Zayn. Roman gets up and starts to smack him with chairs, and then they all look at Jay and we're like, Jay, why aren't you helping? And then Jay just walks out and he's like, I can't do it. And he was crying and I was crying. We were all crying. Roman started throwing those flowers that you see down there on Sammy after tearing his shirt off. So emotional, so emotional. The best storytelling in decades, I do gotta say. So it was really great to be able to watch that. Overall, if I were to rate the Rumble by matches, I would say the men's Rumble was a 7 because it didn't have a lot of surprises. It was just a predictable Rumble, but still really good action. Like, you had the in-between dive between Logan and Ricochet, and I didn't count Logan as a surprise entrance because literally we already knew that he was going to come back at right then and there. If Randy would have came out, it would have been gone, you know. Everybody would have been crazy. People throwing the shirts in the air and stuff. But yeah, that's why I didn't count him. 7 for the men's Rumble. For the Pitch Black match, I was kind of disappointed. I'm gonna give it a 6. And we'll see what happens later. Maybe I'll come back and revisit and be like, hey, it was actually a 9 because it led to this, you know. The WWE Women's Championship match, Raw Women's Championship match, I'll give that I'll loop it with Bray, and I'll say a 6 just because we don't know what's gonna happen. Excuse me. Later on, it's 2 in the morning. Give me a break. Then the women's match was probably the best thing in the best Rumble in the show. I'm gonna give it a 9 with Rhea Ripley being the one winning, which was my prediction. She entered at number 1 and slayed all competition. I gotta say, it was a sight to behold, I'll tell you that much. Rhea goes on top. I'll give it a 8, 9, almost a 10, just almost. And then the main event, I will be including what happens after the fact. I give that a 10 out of 10 with my overall prediction of the video of the Rumble being correct. Was predictable, yes, except the end. The end was crazy. I think the whole show as a whole, it's getting a 3. No, I'm just fine. I'll give the show an 8. It was not the best Rumble, but it wasn't the worst Rumble either. You guys get my gist. I know there was a lot of people complaining about it, saying it was mid. It was mid. It was not mid. It was above average. Just mid in the prediction that specific person would actually win. Not so much the action that happened inside the ring, if that makes sense. But yeah, that was all. That was all, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching today's live stream. If you guys did like the video, make sure you guys like the video, share, and subscribe. I do really appreciate it. They call me the king. Catch you guys on the next video.